Thank you so much, Jerome Shaw. I totally appreciate your feedback, and I'm glad you have the intention of listening to my next episode this coming week, because what I intend to do is send a shout out to you, especially on my podcast show. So see you then, and thank you once more for your feedback, because I totally appreciate it. Thank you.
Introducing the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and many more. The Open Palm Podcast, where the host engages his listeners with inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas. Topics include: make more mistakes, how much is your value, don't get right, get going, learning to let go, excellence is a habit, and more. Binge listen today. Subscribe today. It's getting excellent ratings. That's the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. You can also find it on YouTube. Make sure you share it with your social networks and connect on Twitter and Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's the Open Palm Podcast with Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms. Go listen, download, and subscribe now.
Today is a new day, and with a new day comes new possibilities, and with new possibilities come new opportunities, and with new opportunities come new insights, a fresh mind. It's time to wipe the slate clean of yesterday and realize that you have today. In fact, today is all you have. I once heard a wise man say that whatever it is that you have to do, realize that today is the only day that you have to do it. Today's the only day we have. Right now, this moment, the power of now. Now, no opportunity wasted. We must utilize this power each day. Take a look. I take a look around me. What do I see? I see beauty all around me. Now, before I got to this place where I now just look around, and everywhere I look, I see beauty all around me. The place that I was in before, I had to do the same thing. My perspective had to change. My eyes had to open up to see the beauty all around me. I believe that before we get to a place where we want to be, where we're seeking, we must elevate ourselves, elevate our eyes, our mind, our perception in the place that we already are. Believe that you live in abundance and not lack. Believe that you live in prosperity and not less. Believe that it's all around you, because it is. Nature is abundant. There's no shortage. Don't fool yourself into thinking that you have less than all is required. I woke up this morning feeling good, feeling really good, feeling like winning the day, taking the day. And to honor that, I woke up, as I do every morning, 5 o'clock, gave thanks to everything, trees, nature, the sun, the air, the roof over my head, shelter, and then got stretching, came outside, exercised, gazed at the sun. And you start to be hit with these insights. Things just start to flow to you, or flow through you almost. You start to gain a level of awareness that you didn't have when you were more distracted, when you lacked focus. So as I gain more and more focus and direct it into only just a few areas, I'm finding out that it's a lot stronger than before when my focus was dispersed. It's just a magnifying glass technique, right? Harnessing the sun's energy, we can burn a hole through paper. But when we move the magnifying glass, it lacks focus. It doesn't do much. Same instance, same circumstance, different result, right? So, in your life, the things that you know you must do, realize it is always within your power. We have the choice. What will we choose? As we are learning and growing every single day. For each day is a new day. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. And realize that today is the first day of the rest of your life. All the possibilities. Imagine, just imagine, what a difference a day makes. I find myself writing letters now. I used to write letters way back when, but now that I'm not eating, there's so much time on my hands. I find that I have so much extra. I mean, you gotta do a lot when you're eating, right? It sounds so silly just saying it. You gotta drive to the store, you gotta get the food. If it's not fast food, if it's a grocery store, you gotta bring it home, you gotta transport it, you gotta cook it. All of that takes time, gas, money, energy, all of that. When you're not eating, you're just not eating, right? And it's not eating to starve. It's the reverse. I'm not eating to raise my frequency. I'm not eating to elevate myself. It's a difference. It's not like I'm trying to lose weight. I don't need to lose weight, you know? I want to see what's beyond the realm of what I've been taught is possible for me. You know, the food I eat, the meat that I used to eat, all that meat, where did it get its energy from? Other meat or the plants it was eating? The plants. Now, where did those plants get their energy from? Oh, the sun, right? So, where can I draw my energy from? I could go to something that is tertiary, meat. I could go to something that is secondary, plants, which is very good, trust me, very beneficial. I very much enjoy the vegetarian and vegan lifestyle. Or I could skip all of those and just go to the primary, the air we breathe, the sun in the sky. Energy being drawn from these sources is unlike anything that you've ever felt, trust me. And it's ironic because we have it available to us every single day. It's so ironic. The things that are right in front of our very eyes are the very things we take for granted. What have you been taking for granted? I invite you to say no longer. No longer, no more. No more will you take for granted the air that we breathe. Instead of breathing shallow breaths all day, breathe deeply. Conscious breaths. See how that feels. 5 minutes of conscious breathing. You'd be surprised at how good it feels to just breathe. It sounds so silly, right? We breathe every day, but are we really? Are we really breathing? We're all been taught, well, most of us I'm sure, don't look at the sun. Do not look directly into the sun's light. But what happens when you go against what everybody else has said? What happens when you try something a little drastic, a little out of the box. That out of box thinking may just get you out of box results. You may find that when you step outside of the cube, outside of the box, things start to happen a little differently. Your perspective starts to change. You may find that when you pull the floor from underneath you, the result is that you also remove the ceiling. There is no cap. No cap, right? When you pull the floor from underneath you, there's no depth that you can't go to, but it also means there's no height you cannot climb or achieve. There's no limit. You are a limitless being. You are the universe, and the universe is you. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Liquidarian Lessons on the Open Palm podcast here in Lake Elsinore, California, and that it encouraged you to think a little outside of the box. For only one who is daring to go far will find out just how far one can go. Share this message with a like-minded individual who is learning and growing and becoming their greatest version, just like you. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you tuning in. And many have asked how they can support the podcast. Well, my friend, you can support the podcast by becoming a supporter, opening your browser now to anchor.fm/jshaw, and supporting it there is much appreciated. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/Jerome Shaw, where you will find exclusive content I do not post anywhere else. Have a blessed day or night, my friend. Take care.